Welcome to Hardwood Hoops. Today is Wednesday, January 18th, an early big college conference game here in college basketball. Got a big show for you. Let's jump in with some headlines as we are back from the holiday break. AP poll, I'm going to reveal them later on in the show, but I will give you a preview. Duke is not ranked. Yeah. Duke is not ranked in the AP poll for the first time, and I can't even remember. But let's jump into some rankings. Let's get a quick look at you. Baylor is 21, Providence is 22, Rutgers is 23, 24 is Florida, Atlanta, and Arkansas is 25. I can see Arkansas with the big loss. I'll talk about who got upset later on in the show. What got impact? I can see Arkansas probably got a big upset. I think likely to Texas, hint, hint. Florida, Atlanta, and Rutgers are jumping into the rankings. As you can see, I got new graphics for my rankings thing. Testing out, see how you like it. Alright, number 16, AP's got Auburn. 17, Miami. 18, Charleston. 19 is Clemson. And Mark Hugh is 20. Clemson is now newly ranked up there now. Miami, a little false spot, but, Mark Hugh and Charleston are fighting themselves into a great spot and improving their seedings for March Madness, so get a good look at those. Alright, yeah, so, nothing surprised me here, yeah. Clemson, after that big win against Duke, yeah, hint, hint. Be talking about more of that later. 11 in Arizona, 12 is Iowa State, 13 is Kansas State, 14 TCU, and UConn is 15. After UConn is kind of having an up and down season. 1 week, they're in the top 10. The next week, they're number 15 now. They dropped down 9 spots. TCU, back and forth too. The Big 12 is just like that. They're back and forth. 1 week, they're in the top 10. Next week, they're right on the line. Number 6, AP got Gonzaga. 7, there's Texas up there. Xavier is 8. Tennessee is 9. And Virginia is 10. Yeah, you can see that Tennessee dropped. Once again, I'm going to be talking. I think I need a flip. Now, okay, I think the next show I'm going to do the upset alert graphic first before I do the rankings because now I'm going to okay, I want to jump into these games. Don't worry, I'm going to be talking about the upset alert coming up next. But, Gonzaga, Texas, Xavier, and Virginia all climbing their way up the rankings. Number 1, still Houston. Kansas is still at 2. Purdue is at 3. Alabama is at 4. Yeah, this is not a football record. This is basketball. And number 5 is UCLA. Yeah, these are all basketball schools except for Alabama, which is now a basketball school. I think they're now ranked higher than football Alabama now. So Nick Saban, your job's on the line now. Alright, let's take a look at our headlines for NBA. Yeah, the NBA Paris game for 2023. The Bulls and Pistons gonna be tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Yeah, not gonna be a big game. Will it be close? Probably not. It might, but it doesn't like it's gonna impact anything. I got the Bills. The Bills, sorry. I'm still thinking football. The Bulls winning huge in this game. Alright, NBA West standings. We got the Nuggets at 1. Gonzaga. The Grizzlies at 2. The Kings at 3. The Pelicans at 4. And the Mavericks at 5. Yeah! The West is so... I think every week when I know I haven't done this show in a while, but usually every time I look at the West standings, there's like a new team in the top 5 every week, and every time I look at it, and you can see right there, the Mavericks are very close, just 2 more losses, and they're at 500. Yikes. So, the West is very competitive right now, and I can see the Kings are climbing up there last I've done this, the Nuggets are still up there. Ooh, I can't wait to see how the West looks at. The East, yeah, it's still the same two top teams, Celtics and the Bucks. 76ers up there. The Nets and the Cavaliers are still hanging there. The only new ones I have since last time I did this, the 76ers are climbing up there, and the Nets and the Cavaliers fell down a couple of spots. And that, yeah, look at, the Bucks, I think, have fallen prominently, but they're still up there. Celtics, clearly number one in the East. But, Nets, Cavaliers, 76ers, yeah, they're all at 27, 28 wins. So, when I do this show next week, they could be in the same, those top three will probably be in here, probably in different order. Alright, college basketball upset alert time. Time to talk about some upsets that happened last Saturday. And now that I'm doing the show on Wednesday, I'm gonna do it a lot better now. So we'll actually be able to pick up some big upsets that happened earlier in the week and potentially come up with some big ones that happen in the week. But last Saturday, upsets. Kansas barely escaped Iowa State, but Kentucky did pull off a big upset. There's that big loss that Tennessee had. Kentucky 63-56, big upset. For Oregon too, 87-63 over number 9 Arizona. That's a big upset in the Pac-12. Texas barely escaping Texas Tech, 72-70. Yeah, just because upset didn't happen. Upset alert, yeah, teams that potentially were ranked that almost lost to an unranked team. Is what I'm mainly thinking. You can see right there, TCU, big win over Kansas State. Also, Vanderbilt. They might not be a football school, but they're climbing up there in basketball. And the SEC taking down a ranked Arkansas. That's how they fell down, way down. NC State taking down Miami. Wisconsin struggling to Indiana. Indiana, I think, will likely be ranked next week. And there are a lot of more upsets that I don't even have time to discuss. But let's discuss some games tonight. Or later on this week, too. And I'll talk about Saturday's games on American Game Day on Saturday, of course. But we got Arkansas and Missouri. Can Arkansas redeem themselves after losing to Vanderbilt tonight? ESPN, SEC Network. Gonna be a big game. And, if Missouri wins, it's gonna majorly shake up the SEC. The Big East Conference. 8 o'clock, CBS Sports Network. This is gonna be a big one in the East. It's the top 25 battle. Ranked opponent, Providence. Marquette. Oh, sorry if I mean, Marquette. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be a really big game. By the way, I picked Arkansas and Providence to win these. No, I'm picking Marquette to win that game. All right, let's check out what's going on here in the network here on Busy Sports. Check out the Slave Report podcast every Monday, 6 o'clock, where you can find your favorite podcast listeners, whatever. And then, also yesterday, Down and Distance finished their season recap for college football. Hardwood Hoops, this show is going to be on every Wednesday now, 6 o'clock, breaking down the middle of the week in college hoops. And if you haven't, Hot Seat, first Monday of every month. Give me a break, I haven't done this, I've taken a month off. Yeah, Hot Seat, first Monday of every month, and our flagship show, American Game Day, every Saturday at 10 a.m., getting you ready just because college football's over. NBA, college basketball's on their way, and if you haven't already, check out our website for the latest news, scores, stats, etc. That's all what's going around the network here on Busy Sports. NBA action, we got a good one Friday, the Heat and the Mavericks. Can't wait to see this one. It's going to be Friday, 6:30 ESPN. If I were to pick one, it'd be the Mavericks. I think the Mavericks can pull out this win. Although, it might go to overtime, and it'll be the first one to 150. And I'll explain that in my next Slate Report podcast. Thanks for watching Hardwood Hoops. I'll see you. It's next show is Wednesday at 6. American Game Day is actually the next lot of. YouTube show. I'll see you Saturday on Game Day.